For the third portion or third massing of this tower, we'll be creating our hotel or like residential part. So, by the way, let's tidy these things a bit up. Like, let's say 10,000 floor height is going to be 8, and let's say for this one, uh, let's say 2,000 for office, and floor height is going to be 5. Okay. And let's come to this portion. What we're gonna do, we'll be doing this portion first, all right? And I'll be taking this in and recoloring this time to blue, okay? And this is gonna be my curve, and I can connect a curve here to proceed with. The next thing that I can do is I can do the same thing, or I can do a kind of a mixture, right? What I can do here is I can come up with I can say, okay, I want to explode this, and I will grab curve, evaluate. These are my segments, reparameterize this, and another gene pool that I have here, copy this and paste and put it in. And then I can say, okay, now I want to create a polyline out of this. Okay, and if I close this, or if I pull a toggle here, you see what I'm having is polyline. But you see, this doesn't have any kind of an adjacent face to here. So I can keep this, but I can have it at the end. So in the meantime, what I can do here is I can do this kind of a motion here. Copy this, pulling here, color or change the color of this group to blue, pushing this over here, deleting this maybe even, okay, having this here. I can put this there as well, but just give me a second. So what I'm gonna do now, after I scale this, I'll be using this guy here. Oops, I don't need to copy this. I will have this here. Let's have some space over here. And now if I connect this to my curve, okay, and if this is going to be my curve here and curve here, obviously you see it's going super high because now it's super small. The floor height is going to be, like, let's say you're going to have 3, and this is going to be something as such as we want to. So what we have done here is we first scale this, okay? We first scale this based on this value here, right? And then we are making everything else is rotating, okay, or moving around. One other thing we can do here, okay, maybe as another example of without using any types of scale, is we can take this, or we can use the scale as well. It's completely up to us, okay? We can say, okay, you're gonna be 1, or what we can say here is to say, edit, instead of 4 we will have 3. We'll merge this, okay, data with 1 or 0. So we are going to have this guy here this time. You see, it's kind of parallel to this one now, or that one. But that's something we don't really want to have, so we can leave it at 1, right? And when we change this, you see we are changing this, and everything changes. Everything else changes as well. So that's pretty much how we can end up with this. And every value that we see here can go and be our value for the value for to be changed by our Galapagos, right? So this can be this color maybe. Okay. I want this to be blue, but a bit further blue. All right. Like one thing I can do now is to turn off all the points that I'm seeing. So off, preview this off, preview everything here off, except you. Oh no. And preview everything off as well. Then one thing I'll be doing now for myself to be prepared for the analysis is going to be these capped B-wraps, right? So I'll be connecting this B-wrap first. And all of this should be hidden, should be hidden, and should be hidden. So this is going to be the third one. And this is going to be the second one. These are all B-wraps as you see. But obviously, since we add like layer by layer, I would say flatten to this. And if I say union, solid union, I would have one single massing that reflects everything that we are having, okay? So we don't need to worry about the colors now. And this is a closed B-wrap, which can change with all these values, right? With all these values inside and outside, so on and so forth. So one thing, the next thing that I'll be doing is in the next video, I'll create my solar radiation equation by using Ladybug. So stay tuned for the next one.